Hi, in this video, I'm going to discuss macronutrients and how they relate to weight loss or fat loss. Now, my name is Coach Jim O'Connor from a consumer fat loss advocate website called Wellness Word, as in WORD.com. Now, macronutrients. I'm sure you've heard of macronutrients. Now, what exactly are they? Well, macronutrients are comprised of the foods that we eat, namely protein is a macronutrient, carbohydrates are a macronutrient, and fats are a macronutrient. Now I'm going to break down each one of these and why you need to know a little bit about each one of them if you want to be successful on a fat loss regimen. Now, protein number one. Now this is the macronutrient that you cannot store. You can store carbohydrates and you can store fat when you ingest carbohydrates and fat, but you cannot store and build up protein. So therefore, what is it? Protein. Protein, basically, what does it actually do? Protein regenerates tissue such as muscles, cartilage, skin in your body. It's absolutely necessary for you to be taking in a certain amount of protein every single day. Protein is crucial, and once again, it has to come in daily because guess what? You cannot store them for later use. Number two, carbohydrates. The famous word carbohydrates. Well, guess what? Of course they can be stored, right? They can be stored in muscle glycogen as well as stored in the liver in a limited amount. And then what happens when they're not stored or they're at peak capacity or the reservoir is so-called filled, guess what happened? There's a spillover effect. Your triglycerides can go up, as well as your body fat content. It'll go into fatty acids, it'll transpose into fatty acids, the unused carbohydrates, or the sugars that are not used or burned off throughout the day. So carbohydrates are important for energy production. Protein is important for tissue remodeling, such as muscle. And now the last macronutrient is fat, which would be fatty acids. Very important, they serve their own purposes for insulation and energy storage mainly. So if we eat too many calories throughout the day, day after day after day, it's got to go somewhere, and it's stored as adipose tissue, and also the excessive carbohydrates that aren't used in glycogen in the liver and in the muscles will be stored as well as adipose tissue or fat for later use. When, let's say, you don't have enough food for the week, you're not eating enough throughout the week, it can tap into those reservoirs of fatty acids and break down for energy. So that's the importance of the macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Now, how does this relate to weight loss? You need to be aware of your protein, or the grams of protein, or how many calories from protein you're taking in per day. Now, protein is 4 calories per gram. When you take in 1 gram of protein, it's 4 calories. When you take in 1 gram of carbohydrates, it's 4 calories. When you take in 1 gram of fat, it's 9 calories. It's loaded with energy. So you have to be kind of aware of what you're taking in. And the way I like to do it for a weight loss regimen is to set the protein first. And if you're working out heavy and you're very physically active, you want to be approximately close to almost 1 gram per pound of body weight of protein. So if you weigh 180 pounds, you'll be taking in 180 grams of protein a day. Set that first. Now, if you're not working out, strength training mainly, you won't need as many grams of protein a day. You can maybe cut it down to, say, 0.58 or 0.6 grams per pound of body weight of protein. So, but definitely set the protein first. The next macronutrient you want to set is the fat. Set the fatty acids first, and that should be approximately 1/2 up to 1 gram per pound of body weight for fat. The rest is carbohydrates. That's what you're going to set it depending upon how physically active you are. If you're not very physically active, you don't need a ton of carbohydrates. You need the bare minimum just to keep your body functioning quite well. And yes, you can live off the breakdown of protein for energy and the breakdown of fat. So carbohydrates is something last that you need to think about, especially for energy production if you're working out. So this valuable information you can apply towards fat loss. Now, if you really like this video, go ahead and click like and subscribe to more videos like this, because I'm going to empower you with great information to help you create a new you and take you to another level. So go ahead, click like, click subscribe, and for watching this video, I really appreciate it. I know you care about yourself and you want to get better. What I have for you is, if you go to my website, click the link below in the description box of this video. And I'm going to take you to a special page, 100% free private page, where you're going to get the top 7 ways that you can prime your brain for permanent fat loss. Now, this is the newest, hottest, cutting-edge neuroscience of weight loss, and I break it down simply into 7 steps that you can incorporate today. So go ahead, click the link in the description box below. Now you understand your macros, and I will see you in Fat Loss Forever, the top 7 ways to prime your brain for permanent fat loss. It is 100% free, so I will see you on that site.